Hi, everybody. I'm Amy.
And I'm Audria.
This is the right crowd, so grab a cup of coffee.
Or a cup of tea.
Maybe a little something on the rocks. Let's get started.
Yes, let's.
Okay, so this is a video that Audrey and I have been so excited to make since, like, I don't know, October? Was it October that we first started discussing this?
I think so, because October starts my annual planner season.
Right. So if that doesn't give it away, this week we're talking about planners, and more planners. So we're going to give you guys some suggestions and ideas for author planners, but then we're also going to give you some ideas for planners that you can use to do your planning that aren't specifically for author stuff. So take it away, Audria.
I shall. All right, so there are all sorts of planners out there these days that are labeled author planners. And sometimes you can find planners that are labeled writing planners or author planners. And all they've done is taken a regular planner and just slapped author planner onto it and maybe added a couple of extra pages for notes. And that's it. And then they're branding it an author planner, but some of the planners are legit. So if you want an author planner, you want to, first of all, make sure you know what kind of planner you want. Do you want, and why you want an author planner, or why you want a planner in general. That's for any planner. So in addition to author planners, we're not going to talk about this one today, but we might do another episode just on this type of planner. But this is a book launch planner. So this is a type of planner, and that helps you go through day by day your to-do items for when you're going to launch your book. And this one is great because it has checklists. And you know, I love me a checklist. And it has checklists for your publishing, marketing methods. It has, if you've done your comp titles, comparative titles, all that stuff is in here. And it's handy dandy. Look at that size. But we're not talking about that one today. We're talking more about actual more author or writing planners. And the type of ones we have today are, this one is by Susan Mayward, and she is a very successful author, and she does some nonfiction. She's a fiction author, but she also does some nonfiction. And this is her My Brilliant Writing Planner. You can find this one at mybrilliantwritingplanner.com. Easy for me to say, and of course it'll be in the show notes. So what makes a writing planner legit, or an author planner legit, if it's created by an author or someone who's actually a writer, not just slap that on the cover, or just used an old planner and just slap that in there, is they know what sections you need. I mean, if it's a published author, they know what they were probably using a regular planner and adding these sections or tracking these things on the regular. And they figured if they put them in a planner, then it would work. Or they knew that it would work for other authors as well. And some of the planners that we will talk about, we have from authors who put them together for themselves, and then some other authors snuck up behind them and said, "Where'd you get that really cool planner?" And then they started selling them. So this one by Susan. I should mention, this one is also our giveaway this month. So if you join our
giveaway, what giveaway? Have we ever done a giveaway before?
This is our first giveaway, Amy.
Okay, tell me more.
So if you sign up on our newsletter, you will get entered into the drawing for this lovely planner. And this one is 2022, so that dates this video. But if you're watching this video after 2022, you can still watch it. You just probably don't want to get this planner. But there's still plenty of great stuff in here. But anyway, this is the one from Susan Mayward, is the one we're giving away this month. And all you have to do is sign up on the newsletter and you'll be entered into the drawing. So everybody who signs up in January is entered for the drawing.
So yeah, let me point out, sign up by the end of the month. So by end of day, the 31st, and then we will do the drawing the first Friday in February.
All right. So this planner, the sections that it has in it, I just love that it says, it is time to have a brilliant year. All right. So she has She also teaches a class on how to use this planner, which is great. I always like it when some of them that are a little bit more complex, especially the goal-oriented planners, if they have sections that have, because planners due to the size might be coded, so you use A1 here and B2 here. It's nice when there's like some kind of legend or class to go along with it. And it also helps to build a community with people who are using this planner. All right, so it has the basic things where you talk about who you are and why you want to write, but it also talks about your themes and values and how you're going to prioritize those for the year, which is great for any whether you're a writer or not. And then for the writing stuff, it has you track how many words you've got written by filling in these circles. And then down below, it tracks your social media. So the things that you've created. Here's an example of coding. C equals created, P equals posted. Then also you're tracking your daily inspiration. You've got a place for your goals for daily and how you're meeting those goals. And then your weekly stuff. On the bottom, oh, and then it has also a place for your tracking your water and things like that. Some other writer specific things are, let's create a plan. So this walks you through creating that plan for the book that you're doing this year or books. It asks you questions like, what book are you going to write? How much time do you need for each writing session? So it walks you through that and does a summary for you and does some planning and also tries to help you build the habits that you need to make that goal a reality. And then from that, I want to talk about another section that is pretty nice and is specific to her planner. She writes all kinds of fiction, but she writes some Christian romance, and she's got your daily inspiration in here and a section for your notes, your verse, your inspired thoughts, and prayers, gratitude, and blessings. So that's in there from month to month. So that's this planner, and it's so pretty and colorful and a space for all the things, and it's lovely. And this lovely planner could be yours if you into the garden. Sweet. Not yours, Amy. You are not. You are disqualified from winning. You're not eligible to win. So that is, and again, a link to this planner will be in the show notes. So that's that one. Another one that's specific to writers, which I found, and some of these things are the sizes get bigger and thicker. This is the thickness of this one. This is the thickness, because it's a little smaller, of the Susan May Warren one. And that one was color throughout. If you were to go out to buy this planner, you cannot choose what's, the sections that are inside, but you can choose the cover. She has a couple of the cover designs that you could choose, and which is nice. Oh, and I should also mention, which some people like to know, is that, gosh, where does it say? As your monthly review, and it's, for the most part, it is undated. I'm trying to find the month and make sure I'm right on that. I should have looked that up and put a sticky note. Oh, okay. I was wrong. The weeks are undated, but the month is dated. Some of the ones that you'll get, you can use from year to year. Like this one. This is the author productivity, or the publishing planner for self-published authors. You could use this one if you were a traditionally published author, but a lot of the stuff that you would be doing, or a lot of the stuff for your book, might be done by your publishing house. So that's why some of these sections might not count. However, some of the sections that are in here are totes awesome. Now this one is dated inside, like it has a 2021 and 2021 over here. And I just want to make note. And then it leads into 2022. I always hate when they use the previous year. It's like, I don't need the previous year stuff, most likely. What I do like about this calendar is that is the only place it's dated. So I can use this calendar at any time. It does have your week at a glance. So here's your week at a glance, and you can write the dates on here. Again, that part is undated. And it has your action items for the week. And then the stuff that's specific to writers. For your month at a glance, it has your newsletter marketing, what that you're tracking. You're tracking your contests and giveaways, newsletter swaps if you're in any of those. It has a blank month, which also I like that. Because if you want to start your planner, if you order this planner, this one is available on Amazon.com or authorproductivity.com. But if you start this this planner in March, doesn't matter. You can start. It doesn't matter. September, you go nuts. It also has your place for your paid advertising and other expenses this month. So I want to pause for just a second to say, and then I'll go back to the back of the section of this book, because that's one of the things that you should think about when you look at planners, is do a sneak peek inside to see if it's going to track the things you want to track. Like this one tracks your word counts. A lot of them track your word counts. This one is tracking some of your marketing. This one is tracking marketing and newsletters. What is it about your writing career that you want to track in your planner? So what are some of the things that you want to track in your planner this year, Amy?
I track word count, but not just word count, but also which project that word count is on, because I currently have a number of things going on. We're just going to say that. So I track my word count and where it goes, also how many hours. So if I wrote, say, 2,500 words in 2 days, how much time did that take me to do, so that I can further project how long it's going to take me to do what I think my word count is going to be for a specific book. I haven't gotten there yet, but once I get closer to publishing, I'll start tracking social media, and not just Facebook, but Instagram. I'm not on the TikToks, so that won't be something I track. But LinkedIn, I am on LinkedIn. I've been on LinkedIn for 20 years. So things like that, I'll track things like that. But also tracking my comp titles. Yes. So if I'm writing a specific book that I think is like another book, I might read that book just to make sure that I'm on track for the reason I loved book A, and make sure those things that got me in book A, I put in my book, so that people who like a book A will also hopefully like my book.
You're meeting expectations and hitting those tropes or beats.
Right.
That makes sense.
Because I'd hate to say, hey, I'm like XYZ, and then people who read XYZ give me a 1-star review and say it's nothing like XYZ. Like, yeah, there's a murder, but after that, like, you know what I mean? So
I know what you mean. And
I mean, you got to make sure your comp titles are right, or you're going to be making people not want to read your stuff.
You will get low reviews. And I've seen that happen to authors.
You start out breaking promises to your reader before you even have a chance. So that's one thing you got to make sure you do, is don't break your promises to your reader.
Yeah. So I want to track some of those same things when I'm in straight writing mode, especially in November. I'm tracking word count, or when I'm writing, doing sprints in the morning, I track word count. And this year I'm going to track word count per day. I got away from that a little bit last year because I was doing mostly editing, and it's hard to track word count for editing. It's more about tracking chapters edited or acts completed and things like that.
You get discouraged if you track words during editing, because you'll end up with a negative 585 words.
Yeah, that happened. And I was like, I don't think this is the way to track.
It's not motivating at all.
It's going down. So tracking word count. I also, because I'm a newbie author or a newbie writer, there are things that I don't know and things that I don't know that I don't know. So I like having checklists of things that I should be doing, at least, or plans of things that I should be thinking about. And if they're in my planner, that's handy, because I've got the month and the week, so I can put them in my to-do items for that month or week. I like to have those. And as much as I don't really do the social media very well, I know that it's important. So I do want us to track that this year. And we're going to get better at our newsletter, people. This year is the year of the newsletter. You'll hear from us. You'll hear from us this month, actually.
One thing I wanted to say is that in my bullet journal, something I track along, something you said reminded me of this, is I track classes taken.
Yes.
So this will be my first year ever keeping a bullet journal. I'm 45, and I think I finally have jumped on the train. And one of the pages is classes, so I can keep track of, and I think on that page, I also have conferences. I don't expect to do a lot of conferences, except of course, $20, because that's how we see each other. And now we have another swappy going, I think.
Yes, that's exciting.
Yes, I'm super excited. So tracking classes as well, because I think we're both this way. We're both like consummate students. Like it's always, what can I learn from somebody next? So yeah, that's another thing that I'm tracking.
Cool beans. Well, going back to speaking of tracking, in the back of this book, which is why I like this one, you have got your check-in pages. So this one is your quarterly check-in. And I'm sorry it's backwards, but I'll read some of the things that are on here. You've got your words written for the quarter, your pages edited, your titles finished, as in finished books, titles launched. You've got your social media followers. And that's one thing that I like to track, like the numbers. I want them to arc up or to trend up with social media. And your social media hygiene, whether or not you're keeping that, your bios up to date and things like that. And then
not your bio.
You don't want bio.
Well, you said hygiene. I was like, wait, we're taking showers? And you said bio, and I was like, oh, that's funny. So sorry. It's a little Saturday morning humor. We'll just
a little bit. And then you're also checking, again, in here, you're checking your newsletter, reviews, your emails planned, emails sent. So that's a good way to see how you're doing for the quarter. And you goal set for next quarter. And it has a page for every quarter. And then this really cool thing, it combines all of the things. In the back here, look at all the checklists you get. And I'll pull that back and read it, but you get your ARC team, or that's advanced reader copy promotion. You get your blog promo checklist. You get your paid advertising for launching. And this is all for the week. So they just put them all in the back. So you can flip to the back and do all your tracking and your graphics created. Also your file upload and prep for launch, which is awesome. So you know that for a launch, you're probably going to have a launch if you're a self-published, Amazon, KDP Select, D2D or Draft Digital, Apple, Kobo, all of those are listed here. And then you can list your uploaded date, your review date, your launch price, your ISBN, all those numbers, and then your launch date, which is different from your uploaded date. And then the items you need on hand. And this is super handy, which I have already gotten bitten by this, is because I get asked for a short blurb and a long blurb, your short synopsis, your long synopsis, your front matter, your back matter, and all those things. So this has got some handy things to have on file or on hand. And again, just your tracking and your gratitude, your week-to-week stuff. And it's got nice big spaces to write in. So that's that one. And again, that's the Plan, Execute, Repeat of the Publishing Planner for Self-Published Authors from authorproductivity.com. You know, we're just gals. We're just writing gals hanging out. We're not professionals doing this. All right, so I'm getting up to, and might let you do the intro on this one because we met this person, this planner. We did.
Oh, excuse you, Sandy. Oh my goodness, somebody's sneezing.
Your puppy is sneezing.
Sandy, are you okay? Yeah, okay. Sorry about that, guys. Yes, so this is the author planner. Mine is backwards. Yours was not.
Okay. Yours is not backwards. I thought all of
Okay,
my
so
stuff
maybe
was
for
backwards.
everybody else, they're not backwards.
It's good to know.
So this is by Audrey Huey. And we met her at 20 books to 50K. And she is a published author that made a planner where you put in, and it's kind of like the ones that Audrey has already talked about. What are your goals? Set them out, figure out how you want to do it, break it down. What would it look like if you actually did what you say you want to do? And how does that make you feel? Like, that's how a lot of these start out, right? But then she also breaks it down to, okay, if this is your goal, what are the steps to get to that goal?
Mm-hmm.
And then what is your, see, there's that. And then you have your steps to it. And then she goes back to your manuscripts and she gives you multiple pages. And it's not just what book are you writing, but it's all the things like, why is it important? What makes it special? What are your deadlines? What are your goals for this one? Including cost. Because, this ain't free.
No, it is not.
But she gives you multiple pages for your manuscript. She goes through your social media planning. She gives you each month, she breaks down all the things that you're doing. And it's, let me see exactly, my income to expenses. And she has a whole section on how to break it down and how to keep track of it. And she goes through and because she's done it, she knows what you need. So this isn't one of those planners where here's a calendar and here, let me throw a couple of pages in and make it an author planner. Like, this is a legit, I don't see this as being something where every day you would put your schedule in and then figure out how you want to do your author stuff. For me, this could be different for Audrey, but for me, this is like separate from my daily planner. This is where I'm just planning my books.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't day-to-day planning. This is, what do I need to do for my book? She does do monthly reflections. She gives you the week, just like everybody else, but it is writing specific. Like, it's not, like one of them, there is at the bottom, your wellness goal for the week. So she does, it's kind of like, if you're not taking care of yourself, that is going to affect everything you do, including your writing productivity. If you can't get out of bed because you're not taking care of yourself, you can just throw this away and buy the 2023 because you're not going to get it done. Yeah. Right. So, did you have anything else you wanted to say with this one?
Oh, I was just going to say, or if you stayed up until like 1 a.m. because you were watching the John Wick's trilogy, then you can't get up to hit a writing.
That's taking care of myself.
That is taking care of yourself. That's taking care of your spirit. That's
taking care of myself. Oh my gosh, I love me some John Wick.
Me too. I love how she puts in here that you should have your, and you can see I started filling mine out. You should have your target or your current, and then your goal or your target followers and things like that. I've got them mapped out on a little sticky note that I need to put in here. This thing, we should say, this thing weighs about, I did not do the weight on it. It weighs about a pound, at least a good pound.
It weighs more than a pound.
I think.
Yeah.
And it's at least 8.5 by 11, probably a little bit bigger than that. Actually, it is a little bit bigger than that. So this is a bigger planner.
Do you remember because when I ordered it like this and it came printed and spiral bound and everything for me. Yeah. Was there a digital option for her where you could print it yourself?
There is a digital option, which is nice. So
except I just can't imagine my printer printing all of this.
No, I don't have that kind of printer.
But I guess digital could be online. Digital doesn't necessarily have to be a PDF I download.
Yeah, or you can have somebody else print it. But I prefer just to get the thing bound and like whoever wrote it.
It's one less step.
One less step. So yes, Audrey has put together a really nice, it's a tome of a really nice thick planning planner for authors, and it's got some great stuff in there. I have mapped out a lot of my January, my overview, and I love how she even has like a space for blog or podcast collaboration, planning that, your newsletter plan, your social media plan. And she even gives you ideas. So sometimes you have to pay separately for ideas. Like in January, she suggests that on Sundays, you do quotes all day. And for example, on Wednesdays, you share excerpts. So she has some suggestions for what you can plan to post in your social media. This girl did a lot of work. Thank you, Audrey Ann Huey. Oh my goodness.
She, just like the other ones, also has quarterly progress, monthly progress, refining your 90-day goal based on what you've done and how you've done it. And then the other thing that I like about this one is that in the back, she has what she calls My Musings. So when you get an idea, or if you want to take 10 minutes to just think of ideas, she gives you a place to put them.
Yep.
And so now, just to be reals, I'm not carrying this around in my bag unless I'm specifically working on it. So I actually have a little notebook that I carry, but this is great for when you're sitting down for specific time. This is for, I'm in a coffee shop reading a book and I'm not thinking about writing, and all of a sudden an idea pops in my head. That's what this is for. This is like you're sitting down working on this and you're taking some time, or you're working on it and you weren't expecting to come up with an idea, but she gives you space to put that in there. So I like that. This is good.
Yeah.
Sorry. I have it, but I don't have it like easily accessible. She also has one for a month. Like she has a smaller one that's, is an A5 size, like it's a smaller size where it's just for the month. So she also has that.
Yeah. We should list that when we'll put together the sizes of all these for you. And list that, like this one is A5 and this one is blah, blah, blah size.
It's big, little, or medium.
Or honkin'. This one is gargantuan.
Honkin' big.
This is a honkin' planner. This is an awesome honkin' planner. I love this planner though, because it has a space for everything, and I can't wait to get to I should not speed forward, but filling this up throughout the year and then being able to look back and see the progress is going to be great.
Yeah.
So this one is super nice too.
Yep.
One thing I wanted to say about the musings at the back, because I like you, I have a full-time job. I'm not going to be putting this in my backpack to go to my day-to-day. But I can see if I have a musing that I capture on a Post-it or someplace else, I can see when I'm doing my weekly updates or things back in. This is my writing space here. I can come in and put the date I had that idea for that book and just keep track of them here. So they're all here for the year, instead of, because I do have little notebooks like this one that I have in my bag, and I keep track of things, and that goes with me. But that one, once it's full, it gets put in a stack somewhere, and I won't remember which notebook I was using, which part of the year, but this one will be this one, which I have to hold with two hands, will be my 2022 all things author planner. So anywho.
Now I wanted to talk about another one that is very specific for authors, that's done the same kind of way. And that is Sarah Cannon's Hb90. And so Audrey has, I've not taken her course on how to do her planner, but she has, I think it's an hour, maybe 2 hour, like explanation of her planner. So Sarah Cannon has her Hb90 planner, and it goes along with her Hb90 course. Now you can do the Hb90 course and not be an author. It's just that it is geared towards authors, but I heard someone say one time, oh my gosh, how can she charge so much money for a class on how to use her planner? That's not what it is. She has a planner that goes along with her class, and her class is about breaking down your goals into smaller pieces in 90-day increments. So, and HB is her page is called Heart Breathings. So HB is for heart breathings. Her planner is one that you print out, or there's a digital version. So I print mine out, and you can print it out A5, but I like space. Like, I need space.
Yeah.
So this is what I did with her planner. I printed it out and I have it in just a 3-ring binder.
Binder, that's a pretty one.
Thank you. I think I found it at Staples. Could have been Walmart. You just don't know. And so it's called the Hb90 Method. And you can get dated or undated, Monday start or Sunday start, because she understands that, everybody's different, but it's the same kind of thing that she does. You plan out your projects. She gives you these project planner. And to be perfectly honest, I don't remember the order that she puts hers in, because I make it what works for me, which is the great thing about this, is you print it out and you do it however you want to do it. But she gives you project planner, what it is, what your goal date is, your tasks for it. She also she gives you a couple pages for future goals. So maybe it's not going to work for this quarter, but sometime later in the year or even next year, you want to do XYZ. She gives you space to do that. She also breaks down each quarter to milestones. So the first block is for your goal, and then your milestone, January, February, March. She breaks it down so you have all of the things you need to do for each task on a page. And then the next page, it's how you did and all the things to do. Now, she also breaks it because it's by quarter, she numbers the weeks.
Yeah.
Right. So even though it's undated, it's got weeks that breaks it down. This round, she even became more specific in how she plans, and she's using time blocks. So what she does is she helps you figure out how many, and the time blocks are half-hour periods. So how many half-hour periods do you have this month to work on this thing? Oh. Now, break that down, and how many things do you need to get done? And where can you put those 30-minute increments to get it all done? So it's a great way to break it down, and you don't have to do it that way, but she does break it down. And then she gives you, and I did the undated, so it doesn't matter if I fall behind or if I want to use this again later. She breaks it down for every week. So here's the week spread, and I do a Monday start, right? So up here on each page is your work in progress, your notes, and then any habits you're trying to form. So if I wanted to put exercise and water down here, I could. I could also write in 2,000 words a day. Did I do it or did I not do it? It breaks it completely down. And she gives you reviews at each quarter. You get a review for how you did. Blog post brainstorm. So if you're someone that keeps a blog, different ideas for what you can blog about. Cool. And then the other thing is that if you decided to take her course, and she updates the material, it's yours always. You don't have to repay for the new material. It stays in your account. She has another course that she teaches, and if you do one, you save money on the other one, and then you have lifetime access for both. I've done both of her courses, and I think they're fabulous. I think she's fabulous because she just gives it to you. This is the cool thing about her. Okay, we'll be putting her link on here. When you sign up for her newsletter, she gives you access to her library of all the things. Mm-hmm. And she's always coming up with new things. She even does at the end of every year, she does a writer planner day where she'll go through and help you figure out your writing and how to write it out. And then she gives you a printout of how to do it. So you don't have to buy you don't have to buy this if you just want to sit down for an hour and plan out something. But she does have great resources. Yes, ma'am.
I have not met Ms. Cannon, but I have watched her YouTube videos and I think she sounds lovely and she gives so much information in her videos. So if you have not, if you're on here watching our videos, after you like and subscribe to us, the writing crowd, the right crowd, make sure you go over and check out her videos because they're great. And she tells you all about her life. She includes that stuff, but she has so much great information about writing. She does paranormal, oh gosh, what is it called? Young adult.
Yeah.
It's young adult. And yeah, so great. So
she also
great.
writes romance.
Oh, that's right. Yes. So yeah, she gives away so much information in her YouTube video channel. And then she does teach classes, the nonfiction classes about how to do this and how to do the calendar and be a self-published author. So, I mean, she's a great resource. If you're not already a fan, do check out Ms. Sarah Cannon and her
other class is called Publish and Thrive, and she's totally self-published and she's very successful.
Yeah.
And her Publish and Thrive class is, here is all of the steps and here's why you want to do it this way, because I tried it this way and this way doesn't work, and this is another way you can do it, but this might be like, she breaks it all down for you, and it's fabulous. And you have access to her when you join her classes. So if you have a question, she'll actually answer them. It's not like her assistant gets on. Well, she's currently hiring an assistant, but it's not like somebody else gets on and answers for her. Like she does it. So anyway, I'm a fangirl. I just have to, I think it's the first time I've ever actually been like, oh my gosh. So anytime she has a new video that pops up, I'm like, even if it's, okay, you think we're bad with our planners? She does a planner video every month and it's a stack of like 8 different planners. So yeah, we ain't got nothing. Like, I don't even know how to say that. It's what we do is nothing. Yeah. So anyway, check out her stuff. Okay.
All right.
I'll stop talking.
That is, don't stop.
Sorry,
talking.
We brought up Sarah Cannon, and so I'm going to talk.
I know. That was like, well, we'll be here. Yeah, we'll be here for a couple days just talking about.
Read my shirt. Onward. Let's move forward.
Onward. Yes. All right. So onward to, so that's some of the author planners or writing planners that we have taken a look at. I've looked at many of them and I've only ordered, well, the ones that you see here that I pulled out to give you guys examples of. I did want to, because Amy mentioned it, I did want to go back and say that this one, the publishing planner for self-published authors, is a Sunday start. It's an undated Sunday start. And then all the things that you can track in here along with habits and tasks. So that one is a Sunday start. So I just wanted to mention that one. And then this one that we're giving away is undated during the week, but it is a Monday start. So if you guys care about that kind of thing, but when you go check out the links, you'll see that for yourself. So we're going to move on from planners that are specifically intended or created for authors or writers to other planners. And as our transition, we've got something that has just a fun title and just a beautiful design. I think we mentioned it before when we did our Gifts for Authors episode, and that is the Hero's Journal. So this one is a planner too. And I don't have mine handy. Mine was red. The binding on these is just gorgeous binding. And it's a nice
linen.
Yeah.
Gives you the wrap, gives you the hold it all together. I believe you even have, no, there's no pocket in this one. So this is, I believe, their first one that came out. And I remember when we first discussed this, I was like, I wish they did a different picture, but every quarter is a different picture, but I wish they did more of different pictures. Their new one has different pictures.
Oh, cool.
So they obviously saw our video and made adjustments.
Okay. So. You're welcome, everyone.
So the way this one works out is that it gamifies it. It makes it a quest. Okay. So you have your daily plan here, your top 3. You have, oh no, sorry, this side is today I'm grateful for, your daily plan, today's allies, today's threats. So what's going to get in the way from keeping you doing your stuffs, a note section, what every day reminds you of what your quest is.
Which is cool. Yeah.
I think that's super cool. And then this is your top 3 for the day. And then the pages, it's a little picture that you can color. So I colored the first one. I colored the first one.
Cute.
And then I didn't color after that because I was like, oh my gosh, it's the same picture. So I didn't color after that. I kept this for 4 or 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
And because I have so many different places to keep stuff,
Yeah.
I stopped using it because I didn't want to have to write multiple places.
Yeah.
But for those of you who like things gamified, this is great. I love the threats and the allies and what your quest is. And you actually, at the beginning, you figure out your quest and it moves you through the story. And then at the end, you get to tell the story of your quest. So it's a great little, if you just want something fun and you're not all serious, this is a fun one.
Yeah, I really like this. I like the way they've designed it. It comes in this great box, and it's great for
fabulous.
Any goal. If you're a writer, your goal is to publish something or to write every day. So that's the quest that you're on. And it's great for adults or kids. So I like this one. So that's
not just for girls. The guys who came up with it it's 2 guys that came up with it.
Yeah, that's true.
And when I got it in, my husband was like, oh, that's cool. Well, I'm not going to use it. So now my husband does.
Yep.
Like I passed it on because he was like, that's really cool. So it's not just for the girls. It's for the boys too.
Okay.
Okay. So the next one that I want to bring up that is not, it's not an author planner. It's not a regular planner, but they have options. So I wanted to bring it up, and it's called a Commit 30. So I don't know if you guys have heard about this. This one is their workout one. And when I don't have a way of tabbing my stuff, I cut the corners so that I can go right to the day that I'm working on. But this one, what it does is every month you have a goal. You have a way to track your goal. And then and it's undated. I've realized that I just have to do undated because dated just doesn't work for me. So every month you can fill it in. You have a spot for your stats, weight. I'm showing you the stats and then it's not on the camera. Your weights, your measurements, all that stuff. And then every week, your meals, your exercise, your water, notes, your stats, your goals, all of that stuff is all in one spot. So this one is for, and there's of course notes in the back. This one is for working out, weight loss. They also have a journal, gratitude journal, where every day is just about gratitude. They have 5 or 6 different versions. I have this one. I have the gratitude journal, which is a really pretty yellow. I also have the adventure one. So it's a 2 or 4 page, I think it's a 2-page spread where you can write down what the adventure was, where you went, who you're with, and it has a place for you to put pictures as well, where you can track all your adventures. So you're in my adventure journal from our trip in November.
That's awesome.
So yeah. So this is Commit 30. They have lots of different options. I don't use it as a planner because as you can see, it's little. And as we've already discussed, I like big for my planners. So I haven't tried, I honestly don't even know if they have a regular like planner. I'm sure they do. But Commit 30 is about making new habits and you're committing 30 days at a time.
Yeah.
So that was this one. I wanted to make sure we pointed out that one.
Yeah. And I have done the Commit 30, and I believe I had the workout one as well. And I forgot they made regular ones or other versions of their planner because I do like theirs. So we're moving now into regular planners because if you're an author or you do not have to use a author specific planner. Of course, you can use whatever planner you use in your day-to-day life. To do double duty, as your author planner as well to plan your writing, your newsletters, your social media, as long as you have a space to write them in. And I'm holding up 2 planners because these are my planners for this year. And I've already customized them or personalized them with stickers because I like stickers. These are the ones that I'm using this year. And I have to say, full transparency here, I might be having, for the first time since I started doing planners, I might be having a planner fail.
Oh, no.
Because it's mid-January here and not really. This one I'm really loving. I'll talk more about this one. This one has lots of great potential, but it's just not, I don't know. I switched planners and I've switched planners before. You see the stack of old planners, but I've never had, it's getting towards the end of the month of a new year and thought, you know what, this planner, I have to use it for the whole year. Or actually I found out this one, who makes a 9-month planner that I didn't realize was a 9-month planner? Because I counted up the months. I have to, this one is the Ifocus Planner. I have a little bit of a focus problem. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. Squirrel, sorry. But this one is an undated planner. It's called the Ifocus. And I don't really like undated planners usually, unless I'm picking it up mid-year, which I might have to do this year, because I have to buy stickers or be super careful with my writing because I don't like the way I like my dates to look nice and neat. So I buy number stickers and put them in. And sometimes if I'm not paying attention, I put the numbers on the wrong day and then I have to take them off and put them on another day and then they don't stick and then they fall out and then I have to write the number there and then it's like sticker, 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 written number, sticker, 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 or a different sticker number. So, I do like this one, so we were saying about planners, and if you're an author or writer, you can use any planner for your author planner. I like this one. The reason I got this one and I thought it would work for me is because, and it puts, your goals in the front, and I filled that out already. I have the goals that I'm working on towards this year. It has your milestones, your quarterly goals for the year. It also has a section for you. And this one came with an instruction guide that I misplaced. So I'll have to go see if there's a YouTube video because it is complex. There's like project themes, and this is the same that you fill out. And then there's numbers, and these numbers correspond with, let's get to a week that's filled in here. There are only 4 that we've done. So, well, it's not completely filled in, and that's why I was having a planner fail. So you can see I've written in here and I've got this, but at the top here, it has a space for numbers. And those numbers also correspond down here with important and everything else and so forth. And those numbers are going to come from the beginning of the book where you did all of your work on your project themes and your goals for the year. And that goes all the way back to the beginning where you did, sorry. And I'm usually better at this, where you did your goals for the year. So throughout the year, you're tracking your must-do items. I really love this section, which is one of the reasons I bought it, is it has weekly projects. So as you know, Amy is my accountability partner. So when we do our check-in, we check in on our weekly tasks for the projects or our goals. And I was going to track that here along with our wins. What do we say? Aha.
Wins. We used to call them wins, losses, and ahas, and now it's wins, opportunities for growth, and ahas.
Okay. I'll write that down after this. But anyway, so one of the things that I don't like as much about this planner is the thickness. They could have made I'm not bashing this planner. I don't bash things because I do like this planner. It's just, I'm not used to it yet.
It's working for you. It's okay.
It's changed and I don't know if it's going to work for me. Why 9 months? Why is it going from January to September? Or since you can write in it, it could have started on any month, but I started in January and I got to the end of writing in all the numbers and I didn't have any more months after August, or was it? It was after August. And I was like, why would it? So that was a little frustrating. And it's my fault for not noticing it when I was ordering it. But it does have a lot of good points about it. So I'm going through all the exercises in the beginning. I'm finishing those up. I had some travel that interrupted, and project stuff that interrupted all of my planning stuff that I normally would have been complete with. This one, that's the Ifocus Weekly Planner. This one is called the, oh gosh, Wilkie. This is the planner by Wilkie. This one is made Wilkie. I'm sorry. Wilkie.
Okay.
W-I.
I'm like, we're Wookie?
A Wilkie planner. This is a Wilkie planner. W-I-L-K-I-I.
Okay.
And it is designed specifically for, see, I started filling this out. And I always use like a day-to-day, like day job life or planner, as well as a life planner, which is for, and then I have an author planner. So that's 3. This is the only year I've ever had 3. I tried to do everything in one planner, and then I didn't like the idea of my day job stuff encroaching on my, writing and workout and life and, stuff. So I wanted a separate one. I wanted to separate work-life balance. I wanted to have work and I wanted to have life because sometimes work takes over life, and I just wanted to stop that. So that's why I have 2. So this is my work planner, and it is made specifically for people who might have a little problem with focus. This one is called Ifocus too. So this one's a good one for focus, but it's for.
I'm seeing a theme.
You're seeing a theme? But this one also gamifies, which I like. So you go through and all of your tasks and your meetings and things like that, and they all get a score, and then you add it up at the end of the day, and then your day gets a score, and then your week gets a score. So it gamifies your.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, I really do like it. I really do like this one. This one I really do like. You see me giving this one side eye.
Does it come in 2 colors?
I think this one, because I have black, it must only have come in black. So that's a little, suggestion to the Wilkie people. Maybe offer some other colors. I like
if it could come in multiple colors, you could have the same one for work and life, because it's kind of cool.
So a little bit about this planner. This one has your week. And of course, you can see I've marked out my week, my daily, my meetings. It lets you color code so you can time block if you want to do that. It has a Sunday start for those of you who track that sort of thing, and all of your times from 6 to 10. And then it is a Sunday start, and it lets you go through and as I said, rate your week. But the whole idea around this one is planning ahead. So at the end of, all right, so welcome to a new month. So at the end of the previous month, or at the end of the previous week, you do the next week setup. So this is the end. So you have a next week setup page. So you're going to write down all the stuff that you want to add or get done that next week. And you're doing also your weekly review. And this is where I switched to I flipped to a blank one, but this is where you add up all those daily numbers and you get a rating for the week. And the last couple weeks were pretty low, but the first week was high. But the last couple weeks were pretty low just because I was traveling and I wasn't tracking every day, and I lost a little bit of control. But that's really great. And that's the whole purpose of this, because you can tell if your numbers are low for your day, or you're going to have a low number week, and you're not going to get as much done, or you're not going to feel as good or as positive. So you want to start doing things to get your numbers up. And that's going to mean you're getting more done towards your goals. You're getting more done and you're feeling better, more positive about things in life. So I do like it. Okay, so let's start to wrap this up. So do you have more planners to
yes.
I have one more thing to pull out. You pull out yours and I will pull out mine.
Okay, so I have a couple more that are quickies.
Okay.
So she said that she switched planners, and I was shocked when she switched planners, because we both loved the Clever Fox planner last year so much that when she told me she was switching planners, I was like, I thought you liked the Clever Fox planner. So Clever Fox, it was fabulous. It breaks down your monthly review and gives you the pie wheel, all the things, gives you the quarterly, gives you a mind mapping section. At the beginning, it lays out all your months so you can fill everything in. And then once it gets past, oh, you also have 3-month goals, and there's your mind map, right? And then after it breaks down all of that, then it goes into, let me get a page that's not written on. I actually kept this one pretty good. So they might all be filled out. Oh, no, they didn't. Okay. So this is what it breaks down for every week. So you have your highest priorities and other priorities, your list of things. And then over here, you have this week's main goal, this week's priorities, work to-do list, personal to-do list, your habits, life balance to-do list, I am excited about. And then at the bottom, wins, lessons learned, how I will improve next week. And that breaks it down every week. I love how it separated it out so that you can go week to week and it wasn't interrupted by the month reviews and all of the, like it was totally separated. And you can tell I ripped some pages out at the end because I was done with the planner, but I wanted all of the dot pages. So I ripped them out and they're separated. But the other thing that it did at the beginning is it does your 1-year goals, gives you a 2-page spread for your 1-year goals. But before that, it also does, what do I want my life to be like 1 year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, how old I will be. And it breaks down all of those. Like, so it's not just for this year. There's a vision board at the beginning that you can fill out. You can put pictures, you can write, you can do whatever you want. I actually have an actual vision board, so I didn't put it in here. But this one comes in all different colors, not just black. You have 3, even though you only see 2, the third one isn't all the way down. You have 3 ribbons, so you can separate the beginning where all of your 3-month stuff is, the months, and then your week to week. This one was fabulous.
This is my version of the Fox Planner, and it was fabulous. This is from last year. This is what I got the orange version, and as she said, it has the rubber band. And here's the thing, I wasn't liking the one I bought. This one was supposed to replace this one, Life Planner, and there were a couple of times where I needed to take notes, and I just, because I had pages left over in the back of this one, I just picked this one up. So I've been still, as to the next year, I'm still using this one. So I should have just stuck with it.
Well, you're not happy with the Ifocus. And so if you decide to get another one, you know which one works for you.
I know. I might just go ahead because it's January and I need to have one in flight and
you still have time.
I might just go order a Fox Planner. But anyway, so that you're going to talk about another one.
Yes. So you also have Passion Planner.
Oh yeah.
Which is kind of like the Fox Planner. It has a lot of the same things. It's just broken up differently. So this one in the middle of each month gives you a monthly 2-page monthly reflection. And it breaks it down to memorable lessons learned, priorities, gratefulness, things that you can improve on. It also has mind mapping. It also has each week. The way that it does its weeks differently, though, is that this one I actually used as well. So let me see if I have any empty pages. Nope. All right, I used this one. So we'll just give you a page. So this is how this one breaks down. So it's hourly, and then it's focus, good things that happened. The bottom is a personal to do, a work to do, and space of infinite possibilities.
I like
so it's
that.
Not as detailed on your weekly things as the Clever Fox is. So here's why I actually use both of these at the same time. And the reason I did that is because the Clever Fox let me break out my priorities and track them.
Mm-hmm.
This let me set up my time stuff.
Yeah.
Because this was an hourly blocking thing. So what ended up happening is I got tired of filling out two separate things, right? And it has the strings and it's got the wrap and everything. And it's the big one like I like. So what I did, yes.
Before you move on, I did used to have the Passion Planner. It's so funny that we've had the same planners because I had the Commit 30 and I had the Passion Planner, but I made the mistake of getting the A5 version, the smaller version, and the lines to write in were so small. It just frustrated me to no end. So I chucked that one. And then I looked at the bigger one. This is the biggest, this was the first time I ever got this size when I got the Clever Fox. I went ahead and got the bigger one because I wanted to have space and learned that I like this size for this type of planner. But just a coinky dink, I got the smaller version of the Passion Planner and didn't like it because it was too small. Line's too small.
And then there are some people that don't like the big ones, and so they go with the small one.
That's true.
And I don't know that Clever Fox gives you an option. I think it's only the big one, unless it's changed in the last couple of years. I don't remember.
I don't recall.
So what I did this year, I bought my first Erin Condren.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of a size in the middle. And this one, she's got a gazillion options of planners and everything. So I got the vertical layout life planner. And there's 50 gazillion options for covers. You can personalize it or not. This is a sticker, but this part I had personalized. And because it started in Q4, so at the bottom I put Q4 2021 to 2022. So that's what this is. So this is really a 15-month planner. But what I like about this one is that it gives you your month.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gives you a page so you can break down your goals and your plans for the month.
Mm-hmm.
And then it breaks down your week. Now, she also has inserts that you can buy for different things.
Mm-hmm.
This comes with the planner. So it's, this is an insert that you can buy that's tracking savings and your monthly bills. I actually bought this off of somebody else because they had it and I was like, oh, I need that one. And I hadn't seen it before. And then I had two that I bought that I was like, these aren't working for me. And then I sold them to somebody. Actually, I gave them to somebody.
Did you buy it on a Facebook page or where did you find someone had it?
Yes. So Erin Condren has like a Facebook swap page or trade page or something like that where you can go on and post things that are Erin Condren specific. So yeah, so I got this on her website. I think it's erincondren.com. And you have all the options, all of the colors. Like this is new for her. This is not a pattern that she normally has. Normally it's like Hello Kitty and Wonder Woman and sharp lines and bright colors. Yeah. And then this last year she came up with this floral design and I'm like, okay, now she's speaking my language.
Yeah.
Now I'm good. I can buy one of these. So that's this one. You also have different colors for your coil. She has gold, silver, and rose gold.
That's the thing we didn't talk about, the binding type on some of these. I typically am not a person who likes coils. I don't like coils typically, but sometimes that's the only thing they come in. But I typically like a book binding. Yep.
This is the first time I've done a coil, and it's one of the reasons I hadn't bought her stuff too, is it's a coil. I don't like coils. It's the reason I don't have a happy planner. I don't like her coils are a little, I can't do her coils.
Yeah.
So what I do now is I track all of my like planning stuff in my Erin Condren, all my Kanban stickers and all of that. And then I've set up, this is my Archer in olive. And this is the companion one. He's on the retirement list, so I don't know if there's still this one on there, but it's a nice linen cover. There are two ribbons. I ripped one of my ribbons out. I didn't know it was stuck in my laptop, and I pushed my laptop on the back of my page, and whoop. Yeah, and it's the cute little one. She has it where it's got the A and her symbol, her little emblem. It's at the bottom. It's the really pretty one. I was like, why can't I rip this one out? So it's got the tab. It's also has a place for your pens.
Oh,
but we all know I have a pen pouch. So
yeah,
this is pointless for me.
I love it.
But what I do is I have all my things set up in this bullet journal, and I'm not going to show you my bullet journal, but what I will show you is that I have set up a spread for my top 5 for every month.
Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous.
Thank you. And I'm not good at this, so yes.
Wait, we should say a bullet journal is a journal. It starts out blank, usually with the dot matrix, and then you draw in all of the lines. Yes, it starts out blank, and then you make it what you want it to be with all the lines or circles you want to fill in and things like that, boxes for calendars. So when I said, oh my gosh, it's gorgeous, she made all of that. So if you guys don't know about bullet journals, you should Google them.
And I'm a minimalist. So this is some of my pages look like this, right? So I just like, here's what it's going to be on this page. But this is what I did. So I have all the things that I want to track, like classes, the house projects that we're doing, when we started them, how long they took, all that stuff, the books that I'm reading. This is the PDF printout I got from an Etsy page where it's bookshelf, where all I have to do is fill in the books. I'm finishing up book 8 so far this month that I've read. I'm finishing up book 8 right now. But then this is what I did. So I have January tracking chart where I've made this chart, and every day the things that I'm going to track, this is what it is. And then this is where I do my highs, lows, and ahas with Audria. So as they happen, I just fill it in here, and now it's all in one place. It's set up the way I like it. I've made myself a January line a day where I write in one line a synopsis of that day right next to thankfulness. So every day I have to write down something I'm thankful. I have to just come up with something. Like every day you should have something to be thankful for. Then what I've decided at the end, I have a January in review. So all of those synopsises, I'll reread them and see what I want to fill out for this and for my top 5. And then I'm trying to learn how to draw. So I have a couple doodle books, and I've doodled.
Cute.
And I can't draw, obviously. And then the other thing that I added to this, because I realized if I'm going to keep my ahas in here, I need to get the other stuff in here. So I added the January weekly goals checklist. So as we discuss things and I put things on my list for the week, they go here. And as I do them, I mark them off. So it's all still in one place. It's just not in my calendar because there's not a lot of room in the calendar for all the things, because I'm keeping track of my Kanban in my calendar as well.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Oofta. So the only other thing, which I think we've discussed before, I just want to point out, is this 5-year journal.
Yes.
It's not a planner. However, it is a great way to keep track of things that go on in your life for the same day for 5 years. So it is set up so that, I'll show you just a random page. This is July 6th, weather, the date, the day for the next 5 years. So every July 6th for the next 5 years, I'll come on this page and fill out what happened that day so that you can remember, oh my gosh, I was doing this at this time last year, or I was doing this 3 years ago. Like it's a cool thing. I got the idea for this. I was watching one of Sarah Cannon's planner videos. I didn't know this existed until I was watching that. So those are all my planners.
Those are all of my planners, and even my planner sort of crisis that I'm in. So we hope it was
existential crisis on your planners, and you just need to buy another Clever Fox.
I do. I need to just go and do that. So that was it from us on planners. We hope you enjoyed it. Just a reminder to like and subscribe, and also join our newsletter if you want to win this one in February. for a chance at the drawing on this one if you don't already have a copy, or just you want to hear from us from week to week with what's going on. And in the newsletter, we'll be sharing what we're going to be recording, what books we're doing, and asking questions and things like that. And this is the giveaway for January, a lovely My Brilliant writing planner.
And speaking of books that we're discussing, we have wrapped up The Anatomy of Story, and we are moving on to our next book. And I just wanted to make sure if anybody hasn't seen The Last Truby. So speaking of what we are talking about on our channel, this is our next book, Creating Character Arcs by K.M. Wyland. And so there is a book, and then there's a workbook. Audrey is showing you the workbook. So we are going to be discussing this in our next series of videos. So be sure to check it out. You've got time to go get this. It was really good. It's thick, but it was an easy read. And spoiler, it makes me want to write a story where the character turns bad. Ooh. It does. So anyway, come and listen to what we have to say, and like, subscribe, and share.
Yep. Bye.